never knew the power that a blonde hair, blue-eyed, skinny, crooked tooth, trashy eyebrows woman, skinny have when it comes to the white community.
You want to know what it is in the South Asian community? Light skin, green eyes.
Let's review amazing viewers, another amazing time at Comfort for Life Network. Collection of TikTok videos for educational purposes. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. For my returning subscribers in live, and I appreciate you. In today's video, we'll be looking at this issue of colorism and how is it perceived across races. So I'll let you listen to the few stitches that I put across. Let's interact with different thoughts so that we can interact on this topic. I know, kind of sensitive, but we are here to get uncomfortable to make the world a better place to live in. We can't get comfortable unless we are uncomfortable a bit. So get ready. Listen to the few stitches that I put together.
So growing up, even as a child, I always knew that my grandmother and just older people in the family would prefer lighter skin. And anytime that anybody with lighter skin that was Latina would come around, they would always, I guess, praise that person. Like, oh my gosh, está blanquita, she's white, that's so good. You know, they were just like ooh and ah over white skin. So it's very obvious even as a child that that's something that you would want, which is lighter skin and not dark skin. So the summers where I would spend a lot of time in the sun, I would get dark really fast. I tan really quickly, and so there were always comments like, oh wow, estás bien negrita, like you've turned really dark. I just said it kind of like matter of fact. They didn't really mean it as a compliment. They're just like, oh, this is what I'm noticing. I also met and fell in love with a white man from Arkansas, and when I first brought him to a family party or family dinner, there were a lot of people who were really happy about it. They were just like, oh wow, Ingrid brought home a gringo, and there was just a lot of talk in a positive way because I was dating at the time. I was dating a white man. And when we got married, I even had a couple of people saying that, oh, you're, in Spanish you call it mejorando la raza, so you're like making the race better, making your people better by marrying a white man. And then there were so many people who mentioned my kids. I have 3 kids now, and they all wanted our kids to be light skinned, all of them, and 2 out of the 3 did come out with lighter skin, and like I said, they just praise them. Thankfully, my one kid that has a little bit darker skin hasn't really picked up on that yet, and hopefully she doesn't grow a complex out of that. Funny story is that my mom moved from Peru to Venezuela, and she literally said, hey, I want to find the whitest man here and marry him just so that I can have white kids. And she happened to have 3 of the darkest kids ever. I mean, I'm not dark because I'm in the Seattle sun. I don't have a tan right now, but yeah. Anyways,
It's so crazy because black people only think we're the only ones that have men that obsess over light-skinned women. This is in every community. Let me tell you this. I never knew the power that a blonde hair, blue-eyed, skinny, crooked tooth, trashy eyebrows woman, skinny have when it comes to the white community. They have a chokehold on men. Y'all think the light-skinned girl with the little big booty have chokehold? They only have a chokehold really on black men. But I'm talking about white men. Yes, wealthy men. Y'all want to see a chokehold? Be be in the presence of a girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you want to know what pretty privilege is, be that, okay? So tell me how I work at a Caucasian bar, and there was this one girl. She had blonde hair, blue eyes. This one dressed up. She was tall, trashy eyebrows. The eyebrows is always trashy. Teeth a little crooked. Mine on nothing. Mine on is vodka and tequila like the same thing? That type of, yes. She walks in with her boyfriend, whoever he is to her, her fiance, something. 2 seconds, she didn't even sit down. 3 guys trying to buy her a drink. She walked in with her man. You got other men trying to talk to her while she's with her man. 3. This is the 2 seconds you just walked into the bar, okay? You're not seeing that in no other community. I've never, ever seen that in my 25 years of living. Like, the men had to get up from their wives to try to talk to her. Even a 2-second conversation. Her legs, y'all wanna know what pretty privilege is? Her manager's there, and they're not even acknowledging him. Like, he doesn't even exist. And she's having a conversation with them like this is not her first rodeo. That is scary. Y'all wanna test something out? Y'all better test out the white man and his chokehold over the blonde hair, blue-eyed girl. Y'all need to test that out because that is something scary. The whole time I'm talking to the couple and she's just like, the guy just asked me, this is what she tells me. She said, the guy just invited me on his boat in front of her man. And he was like, yeah, I know. The other guy said he wanted to take you to Aspen or something. And I was like, what? That is not happening in the black community. I'm telling you that right now. And I'm telling you, we're just the most exploited race, but the light skin is in every race. I really want a white girl to stitch this because I'm not lying. I'm not lying at all. I'm not lying at all.
Why is it so hard for some light-skinned women to realize that they have privilege? Like, you'll watch a video about colorism, this is how it always is. I feel like it's really hard for us to get opportunities compared to lighter-skinned women. You know, when we look for makeup, it's really hard. Even in, like, music videos and in the culture, they always choose lighter-skinned women. Back when I was in high school, those dark-skinned girls were so mean to me because I was light-skinned and I was so cute. They wanted to be me so bad. Girl, you don't shut the fuck up.
But I want to talk about how growing up as a white person, specifically a female white person, around other female white people, there's always those girls that have brown hair and brown eyes but white skin, and they'll always be so upset, hate blue-eyed girls, hate blonde-haired girls because of the attention that they get, and still be fucking racist. So racist, the most racist. It's like, how do you understand that featureism is the root cause of all this? Like, dude, the whole entire reason why your brown eyes got called caca eyes is because of racism.
That's in every community. You want to know what it is in the South Asian community? Light skin, green eyes. Like, South Asians are very in groups, so we love marrying people that look like us, but then we also like having proximity to whiteness. So I think the perfect combination of those two is having a light-skinned person with green eyes. That way we can feel close to whiteness, but we are still marrying South Asians.
Oh my fucking days! Are you not dumb? Oh my god!
Hey.
Oh my god, you are stunning.
Way. Black women in the workplace are often seen as aggressive or too bold, and I feel that the fact that I have lighter skin, I have lighter eyes, I'm seen as more approachable or more, I fit in more with, you know, the white masses.
I feel like light-skinned women, to be completely frank, are the palatable black woman, you know? Like, we're the version of blackness that you can put on camera and not have anybody feel uncomfortable or freaked out.
Everyone keeps asking me if I get treated differently with red hair than with blonde hair, and the answer is yes. 100% I do. I went for my first walk in months today, and granted it was just to go get my rental car, like it was right down the street for me, so I just walked to go get it. But I was literally only barked at once. And I'm not talking about a dog, I'm talking about a man. When I'm a blonde, I can't walk anywhere without getting catcalled at least 3 times. Like, I don't know what it is, especially living in Southern California. You would think it would not separate you from others, but men love blondes out here. I noticed that people are less nice to me and less willing to help me. I think that when I was blonde, I don't know what it was, but people just perceived me as nicer. So people were trying to be nicer to me and trying to be more helpful. Whereas now I look like a bitch, kind of. It's crazy the difference that hair color could make. I even had a guy that I kind of went on a FaceTime date with last night, and he was like, so for our first date, like real date, I'm gonna take you to the hair salon to dye your hair back. Audacity, audacious. I'm never speaking to you again.
because I grew up a dark-skinned Black girl, like a lot of the hate that I get now is like nothing compared to what I used to be hearing in middle school. Like if you grew up
like, I can handle this.
Literally, y'all don't even know what these little sorry,
it's okay.
What these little kids were saying to me like in 7th grade. It was bad for me. Like
I just want to mention something. This issue with colorism is not just an issue in America where there's that difference is laid due to color of the skin. So this is also an issue in Africa. Listen to this girl. She lives in Kenya, Africa, and she's sharing her experience being a dark skin in Kenya. Is it a tough or good experience? So it's an issue all over, like in all races. It cuts across in all races. Yeah.
Guys, let me tell you something. Being a dark skin in Kenya is very traumatizing. In fact, it is a very ugly experience for someone to go through. There's a certain group of women and men in Kenya who will make you feel like your skin has a problem. And they will not hide it. They will tell you to your face. Maybe you're just having a normal argument with someone, but the next thing utaskia will be, sasa huyu kanaringa na venye ni kakeusi. They will make sure they bring your blackness into the conversation so that they feel that they have won. You know, and it is very bad because now you see so many girls are bleaching their skin and you wonder why are they doing so. It's not that they don't have confidence in themselves, they do, but the way the society in Kenya has made dark-skinned girls feel, they have made them feel like they don't deserve good things in life. They don't deserve to be treated nice. They don't deserve to have standards because
light skin privilege. I don't know who came up with this term, but there's a fresh place in hell for you. If it happens to be people who are of lighter complexion like myself, who are biracial or mixed, and they're using it as a flex, let me tell you, it's not a flex. You didn't do anything to contribute to your base complexion. No, you didn't. That would be your parents and their parents and their parents' parents. So stop it. If it happens to be members of the Black American community, I've got 2 words for you. Racial profiling. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, contributing an individual or a group of people's level of success to the colour of their skin is just another form of racial profiling. And you ought to know better. You know it, right? Yeah, I really do have a problem with light skin privilege and the term white privilege because it devalues an individual and a group of people's lived experiences, the time and effort that they put in to gain the level of success that they do gain. Do I consider myself privileged? Yeah, I do. But it's not based on the colour of my skin. It's based on the fact that I was raised by a single parent who valued education, self-reliance and resilience. That's where my privilege comes from. And I'll be damned if anyone will contribute it to the colour of my skin. So, F you.
To conclude this video, I have something to say. Like, how can we appreciate uniqueness without idolizing it, you know? I am not saying that we should ignore people who have unique features, but how can we appreciate them? How can we appreciate God's creation without making idolizing it? That's the best way to say it, without idolizing it. Because everyone would want to be viewed as such. Everyone would want to be viewed as that person that everyone wants to be around, you know? How can we get there? So how can we get there? It's important for us to change our mindset and know that we are all well made. Even though somebody might look unique, it doesn't mean that everyone should be that way to be loved. Just it's not supposed to be that way. This is why there's so many people changing their features. So everyone came into this world with a purpose, and don't allow people to not get to where they're going in life because you stood as an obstacle to their achievement because of how they look. Do you know how that feels? So achievement at workplace, wherever in the society, if it has to be determined or people have to get opportunities because of how they look, it's a very ungodly thing. It's a very discursing thing. That's the best way to say it. So we are all equal. We were all made in the likeness of God, and we have a creator. So we didn't just appear on this planet, you know. And yeah, it's just a call to unity, call to love, call to embrace each other with love. Though we know that uniqueness is power, and you are unique the way you are, because there's nobody who is like you. So uniqueness is comprised of so many things. You know, people have strengths and weaknesses. So your uniqueness is that particular thing you have, not the color of your skin. You might look different, and we appreciate that, but it doesn't mean that you should look down on others because you appear different than they are. You know, that was my 2 cents on this. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section, subscribe to the channel, like the video for recommendation, and goodbye for now. I appreciate you.